What's up, everybody? I'm Jason the X, and here's my review, recap, reaction to The Mandalorian Season 2, Episode 1. And I gotta say, I loved it. Loved it so much I'm actually putting in the effort to make a video. That says something. Anyway, so much like when we were first introduced to our character, the Mandalorian, or Din Djarin, as we know, he is walking into the scene doing that badass walk that he does just so well. But look, he's got the kid, the child. I'm not calling him that by Target. His name is Nipper, and blame them because I'm calling him Nipper. I'm not calling him the child anymore. Anyway, so he's got the child. Damn it, I did it again. So anyway, we find him going to an underground fight club, or judging on the planet that we're looking, probably the national pastime. And that Twi'lek guard, that is Isaac Singleton Jr. You have heard his voice. You have seen him in Pirates of the Caribbean. You need a big, scary guy with a scary voice. You've also heard his voice acting. That's the guy you pick. Just wanted to make sure we note that. So the premise of this episode is the Mando is looking for other Mandalorians so he can find somewhere to drop this kid off. And I disagree with that. We should just start training him as the shortest Mandalorian ever. But talking to this one-eyed crime boss fellow, which didn't notice until the credits, that's John Leguizamo. And I instantly rewound back to that scene, which was pointless because what was I going to do, recognize him or something? So Mando gets into that situation where, hey, you got to pull out the whistling birds because I've been surrounded. Also, he should have to give the armorer a Life Day card every year just for that one augment to his arsenal. Also, the kid closing the pram, that is my new GIF reaction for when I need to get out of a thread. So he gets into a fight with all of these unsavory types who, for some reason, decide to punch a guy who's wearing a helmet in the helmet, not once, but twice. You know, a smart move. Anyway, dispatches all of them and has to go chase down the mob boss, much like we saw in the first episode of The Mandalorian. And, of course, like that first episode, screw that running crap, lasso his legs, pull him back, and get some information out of him. And what do we find out? Oh, there's another Mandalorian, and he's on Tatooine. Stop me if you've heard this one. Other Mandalorians on Tatooine? Look, Disney has already said they're doing it. Well, they're doing it right off the bat. They did not lie. They are giving us Boba Fett in some way, shape, or form. I hope. We'll see. We'll get to that. So as the Mando returns to Tatooine, we are met by Peli Motto, played by Amy Sedaris, which any excuse to put her in these episodes, I love. And she still loves the baby. And she offers to do some babysitting duties, but instead he goes out towards this mysterious town in the middle of nowhere where this other Mandalorian can be. Now, she offered to take care of the kid, and I noticed that he's on the speeder bike, which I went kind of irresponsible, but last time he left her in her care, kind of got into a hostage situation, so I can understand. And look at this place he shows up, this one bantha town that I could hurl a womp rat across the main road of this thing. Literally in the middle of nowhere, took a couple trips, a day at least to get out there. Also, we get to see that he has a relationship with the Tusken Raiders still. So I'm really hoping for that backstory of how he, knows how to speak Tusken for one, and has such a good rapport with them. I like to point out, we are less than 15 minutes of this episode, and here we are. There is our Mando. That is Boba Fett armor. Granted, the clothes underneath are a little bit different, but that's Boba Fett's armor. Oh, wait, we're going to have a drink. Oh, okay, that's kind of weird. Takes off the helmet. That is not Boba. This is not the way. This is not the way. But look who's under the helmet, but none other than Timothy Oliphant, and I certainly appreciate a good southern drawl, even out in the middle of nowhere as we found him. Now, Timothy is playing Cobb Vanth, which is the perfect name for a marshal with a southern drawl out in the middle of nowhere, just saying. But he seems to have procured this armor from somewhere, and Mando's suddenly going to kill him. I gotta say, not cool, man, dude. You can't just kill a guy because he may have procured some armor that looks beat the hell out of, and nobody clearly wants it. So, maybe, slightly digested, just saying. But before the shooting can start, we hear something coming down the road rumbling, and they say, just a minute on that. And what in the 9 moons of Endor is that? And boom, suddenly it is not a one bantha town anymore. It's a non-bantha town. Am I watching the 30th sequel of Tremors here? No, we find out this is a crate dragon. Something that has been talked about in Star Wars lore for many years. A lot in the expanded universe, which is not canon anymore. But apparently that thing is a crate dragon. And let me check Wikipedia because that does not... Oh, they've updated it, so it does look different now. Not what it was, though. Looked like a four-legged... Looked like that thing. So, yeah, it's a tunneling, huge mouth worm, sandworm thing. Cool. Crate dragon, finally on screen. And I see you. I see you threw some fan service in there. Look, that looks so much like Anakin Skywalker's Pod Racer module. So, okay, I see you giving me some fan service there. So as Timothy Oliphant's character tells us, not everybody benefited from the Empire being ousted. Apparently these guys were just waiting on the, there's a power vacuum, let's go. Now, after escaping from the town and running across some Jawas, they want his crystals that he procured from the other guys, and he trades them in for some slightly used, slightly dented, slightly digested Mandalorian armor that the Jawas say they recovered out in the desert. And he goes back to the town, and look, I saw Justified, not everybody saw it. I like Justified, and if Timothy Oliphant gets typecast as this quick draw gunslinger, I'm okay with that. Sorry. But he goes back with his newly procured Mando armor, takes care of the town, toot sweet, and does something that my Boba Fett action figures have never been able to do, and that's fire that rocket from there. Look, I will never make fun of that rocket again. I have said jokes about shooting birds with the rocket, but no, it seems like it's pretty effective. Now, on their search for the Krayt Dragon, they do run across some Tusken Raiders out there, and they decide to join forces, which also the Mandalorian shows he knows how to talk to murderous Tusken Raider puppies and even gives them a scritching on the cheek. And here we go. The enemy of my enemy is my friend, so let's go kill that thing that we both hate. And also let's congratulate the Mando for his Tusken Raider human relations with a flamethrower, because that's how I plan to do all of my mediation from here on out. I'm bringing it. You don't want me there. All right, so we get another look at the Krayt Dragon, whereas the Tusken people have been learning to live with the beast. Now, I see that it passed up the bantha for a Tusken Raider, which kind of weird, bigger meal, but have you ever gotten a hair like stuck in your teeth? Can you imagine what eating that thing would be like? So the Tuskens can't do it alone. They go back to the town, get all the humans to kind of join up, and let's go kill this giant thing by blowing it up, which explosives solve every problem. That's exactly what you should do. So already I can tell you, you want to wake somebody up and piss them off real good, change their alarm to that Tusken Raider sound that they do that, I guarantee they're going to wake up pissed off. This thing comes out, and let's face it, those lines that they were putting into them were not meant to hold that thing. They were just pulling them out of the ground. Please, just shoot it. And we get this, everybody comes together to fight this Krayt Dragon, which all of a sudden spits acid. That wasn't on the Wikipedia entry. Oh wait, just read a little bit further. There it is. There it is right there. Okay, it's the old burrow underneath your enemy and pop out behind him and then try to eat him. I think Sun Tzu had a chapter on that. So Mando comes up with a plan that sucks, and that bantha knows it. That's why he's trying to get away. Now, I have been tased before, and let me tell you, it sucks. So I can just imagine what it'll be like inside my body. And boom! Krayt Dragon guts everywhere, but let's all agree that maybe there should have been more Krayt Dragon guts. And we all bond over the killing of a giant beast. And as the Tusken Raiders dress to the kill, we get another little Easter egg, and that is the Krayt Dragon Pearl. Of course, talked about in books. I guess the Tusken Raiders became the richest people on Tatooine, which, I don't know, that could probably be anybody else with $20 in their pocket. All right, so the episode's all done. It was really good, but we're not done yet. Oh no, we've got another shadowy figure watching over the Mandalorian as he drives by on a speeder bike with Boba Fett's armor, which he really should have just given that armor. It's busted. It's gross. Just let him have the armor. But there he is. There's our boy Boba Fett, and he doesn't look like he's in a hurry to get his armor back. He's dressed in desert clothing. He's got a gaffy stick and a rifle over his back, but he turns around. There he is. There's Mr. Morrison. They promised it. They delivered, and honestly, I think this is all we're going to get. Look, I understand a lot of people want Boba Fett back, but I think it would take away from the main storyline if we did something like that. They said Boba Fett was going to be in it. He was. I think they've delivered on that. He's living a life of peace doing something else. I don't think he's in any hurry to get back to bounty hunting. So I think that's it. And I will be happy with that. So anyway, guys, that was season 2, episode 1 of The Mandalorian. I liked it. Tell me what you thought down in the comments below. Did you like the episode? Did it live up to all the hype? We're back to getting these weekly, and I have a reason to be happy again. Oh, wait, there's still a pandemic going on. Anyway, thank you, guys. I'm Jason the X. I'll catch you next time.